Are you a sad, miserable human being? Do you keep getting knocked out in the first qualifying round of Fall Guys? Or better yet, you cannot consistently make it to the finals? Or maybe you have yet to even get a crown. And I'm not talking about getting a crown by leveling up. I'm talking about actually winning a damn game and getting your first crown. Well, look no further, because I, Maravi, am here to show you the path and the way to absolutely dominate in
It's
Fall
all
Guys.
about humanity.
So if you look up at the top right corner of your screen, you will see that I have 41 crowns and 112,000 coins, or like the game likes to call it, kudos. So I've spent about 12 crowns through like the shop, and I've received about 3 crowns from the season progress. So if you do the math, I have approximately 50 wins in the game. So you're probably wondering, Moravi, how did you get 50 wins in 7 days? Because I did download the game about a week ago. So no, I did not cheat. Okay, I did not find a glitch that gives you free crowns. What I actually did is I've broken down each event in the game down to a science. There's a specific way to beat each game mode, and I figured out a way to beat each game mode most consistently and most timely effective. So I'm going to start a series where I select 3 of any event and go frame by frame, not frame by frame, but I'm going to re-watch clips that I have and break each one of them down very, very in depth so that you can now understand what I do to win. So without further ado, let's move right into the video. So first up, we have Dizzy Heights. So this one is probably my favorite in the game as far as being able to complete it first before anybody else. And I do it pretty consistently. So in the beginning, there are these spinning circles. Each circle has arrows on them. You always want to go on the part of the circle that has the arrows in favor of you. So for instance, this first circle that we're about to go on, the arrows that are in favor of me are on the right side of it. So that's exactly where I'm going to go. Notice how I did not jump onto this platform. In the beginning of these circles, you do not have to jump onto any platforms. All you have to do is just run to each one. That is the most timely efficient. You will always get across faster than anybody else because everybody else will be jumping thinking they have to when you actually don't. All you have to do is run to each one. So I use the arrow in favor of me. And then I went to the next one. I noticed the arrows that are in favor of me for this circle are on the left side of it. So that's exactly where I went. And then to this one, the arrows are in favor of me at the left side once again. So that's where I went. On this one, it's the right side. Next one is the right side as well. And then boom, I'm clearly, as you can see, in front of everybody, and I'm in first place. Coming down to the balls, there's really no special technique to this. Just pretty much don't go where they go. If anything like this happens, if one spawns in front of you out of nowhere, or if there's a ball in front of you, the best way to go past it when there's not enough time to evade it is dive forward and go underneath the ball like I did right here. You notice how fast my guy got back up to his feet. It was like instantaneous. If you're standing upright and you get hit by the ball, you're most likely going to get like set back a little bit, and then it's going to take an even longer time to get back up. So it's best to just dive underneath the ball when there is no way to evade it. So what I should have did just now is go on the right side of these circles, not the left side. The right side is slightly, not too much, but slightly faster than the left side, and I'll show you why at the end. But for these circles, these are not touching, so you have to jump to each one. You cannot just walk to each one like you can in the beginning. So same way in the beginning, arrows are on my side for the left. They're going with me, so go with the arrow. This one's on the right, next one's on the right as well, next one's on the left, and then the next one's on the right. So as you can see, this last circle, it's in favor of the right side, so it's going to help the people that come from the right side faster than people on the left side. So as you can see, the chicken, because he started on the right side, he's actually caught up to me when I was in front of them in the beginning. And right there, if you walk from that platform onto the dark blue, your guy is going to tumble and fall, as you can see what my character did just now. So I fell. What you want to do is you want to jump onto this platform, not walk on it. So here you want to dive forward to get as much distance as possible onto the next platform. And then pretty much just run towards the dark blue, evade, and then you finish the match. Of course I got hit on whatever. What are you going to do about it? Alright, so this next clip, I actually decided to just give everybody a head start just to prove to you guys that this method works. Especially the running method, because that's where you're going to cut your time significantly between anybody else. Just want to be careful you don't hit like those yellow triangles because they can slow you down. So you do have to get good at it. It does take a little practice, but once you get it down pat, it's very quick. Right, so once again, I went to the left side when I should have went to the right, but it's not that big of a deal. As you can see, I jumped, so I will not be falling there. Once again, dive forward. And there you go. I literally finished in the top 50% of the people who qualified, and I gave everybody a head start. And I'm pretty sure I'd do it again right here. So there you go, everybody has a head start. Unfortunately, I hit yellow, so as you can see right here, you don't need to go to the block on the other side. You can actually just stay on the same side and just go in it a little bit. It'll actually go back to show you what I did just now. So you can just wait, stay on the same side if you want to. You don't always have to change lanes. Unfortunately, I got hit there, so what are you going to do about that? It happens. So once again, I do go on the left side. I got to stop doing that. But probably still make it anyways. Once again, jump on that platform. And then you want to dive here. And then there you go. I gave everybody a head start, and I still was able to finish in 5th place out of 30. And that's Dizzy Heights for you. Next one up, we have Fall Ball, one of my personal favorites in the game. This one's a lot of fun. It's actually a lot more fun when there's like less people. You have more control of what you could do. When there's more people, it's just more like crazy and like unexpected. So off the tip-off, there's not really a technique yet. One thing you should always keep in mind is both balls should always be in front of you. Never focus on one ball and forget about the other. Always make sure that both balls are in front of you at all times. There are some times in this video where I don't do that, and I'll tell you when I shouldn't have done that. So this ball is going towards us, so we're going to try to stop it. The best way to play the soccer balls is wait for your opponent's hit and then counteract the hit. It's usually not good to be the first one to hit the ball when you're both challenging the same one. It's usually best to go for the ball after your opponent already hits it. You also get more power when you do that. So I see that this ball is still closest to our net, so I'm going to focus on this one. So I'm just going to make sure they don't score on this one. Hitting it to the corner, hit it again. That was a nice play by me. I kept playing the ball against the wall, hitting it hard. Okay, so this is the biggest key to winning fall ball right here. You've probably seen it before. I've been playing this game for a while. This is how you win every single fall ball game. Okay? So, you may have missed it. Let's replay that. So, I see that a ball it doesn't matter which net it goes in, but if you see a ball about to go in either your net or your opponent's net, you need to get back to the middle as quickly as possible, because that's when the next ball is going to spawn, and you want to be the first guy there. This is a great opportunity to get what I like to call, I just call them spawn goals. So you'll see the shade, and you'll see two shades. One is the shade for the ball that's directly under it. The other is a shade that's determining how close the ball or how high up the ball is in the map. So you'll see, as you can see, as the ball falls, the shade on the right side of it will get closer and closer to the shade that's directly under the ball. And as it gets closer and closer to the shade under the ball, that's determining how close the ball is to the floor. So, and that's how you time your jumping towards the ball. So I can say I timed it and I hit the ball over the opponent. Although it wasn't hard enough, but my teammates got my back and they scored it again. And so then this ball is going to spawn again, and I see that's over me. Sometimes that shade won't always like spawn on the right side of it, so sometimes you'll just have to guess it. So as you can see, there you go. Unfortunately, the football spawned next, so it didn't happen there. Again, I'm waiting, and boom, I hit it. They blocked it, and then, you know, once it's over, then just start playing normally again. And then if you see you're going to score again, go back to the middle, which is actually a block last second. That was actually a very good block. I'm just trying to get this last score in. And there we go. I see the ball's going to go in. I rush back to the middle. And it looks like my teammate is actually catching on to what I was doing. So he's doing it too now. And so I'm actually going to let him rock. I'm going to see if he can do it now. Alright, he messed up, but it's all good. We're in the lead. And it looks like he's going to score it now, so I just went back to the middle. He's going to leave me with the ball. I might be able to get a pop-up over the opponent, but I blocked myself on the post. And there we go. So what I should have did just now was I should have followed that ball into the goal and jumped into their goal with the ball. So what that does is anytime you jump in your goal or the opponent's goal, you will automatically spawn in the middle. And guess what that does? If you score and you jump in the goal immediately, then you're automatically in the position to score again because the ball is going to fall on you if you do so. For some reason I don't do it here. It might have been an early clip. It might have been before I started doing that. So hurrying up. Ball goes into the goal, and there's a score, and there you go. It's going to spawn again. We hit it really hard. Easy goal, and there you go. Here's another clip. I'm probably going to do the same thing again. There's a lot more people in this one this time. Again, keeping an eye on both balls, making sure none of them pass you. So, alright, so there I saw that we were going to score. Unfortunately, the football spawned. It's really hard to do the spawn goal with the football. And so on the map, if there's ever a football on the map and then there's a soccer ball on the map, just don't even worry about the football. Only worry about the soccer ball, because the football is very hard to control, and yeah, it's really it. You can't control the football. It's random because of its shape. You want to only focus on the soccer ball. So I should have seen that we were going to score, and I should have been to the middle already, but I wasn't, and that was my mistake. And that almost cost us a goal, actually, but thank God my teammates were there. Alright, so this is game number 3. As you can see, I'm staying behind both balls, keeping an eye on both. Block him, go back, see where the other ball is. Okay, the other ball's behind me. I should be going back right now, going towards the other ball. Okay, so I see the little ball was scored, so I'm going back to the middle. Hit over that guy. It's a 1v1. Go to block him, but he got a good 50-50 on me. Pop it back up. Pop it over him. Will he block it? No, he won't. I see it's going to go in and go back to the middle. And it's another goal. Can he block it? No, he can't. Will he block it? Will he block it? I don't know. He didn't block it. Okay. It's going to spawn again. Another hit. Okay, they blocked that one. So now I'm going back to normal play. Okay, it looks like they're both going to get scored, so my team is just cracked out, apparently. That's a nice hit. Right in the goal. He held me, so I couldn't hit it. Another one spawning, though, so it's all good. So we pretty much already have this game in the bag. I just want to show you the clip. I think eventually, I'm going to jump in here. So here's what I wanted to show you guys. So I jumped in, and so now I'm in position to hit the ball again. So see, I'm in the middle, I can hit it, and then I'm still in the middle for the second ball, and I can hit that one as well. So that's huge. Whether you're in defense or offense, if a ball gets scored, jump in the middle so that you can now spawn goal. I feel like there should be a mercy rule in this game, where if you're up by 10, then they should just end the game. There you go, I'm back in the middle for the ball to spawn again. And there you go. And that's how you win. And that's how you always win on fall ball. Alright, so moving on to one of the final matches is Hex-a-gone. Now personally, this is my personal favorite to have as the final one, and I'll show you just a sec why that is. So off the beginning, you're going to notice that the first 3 or 4 platforms, I'll know which one it is, but there's going to be a yellow platform that's slightly larger than the ones below you right now. So as you can see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off this platform when the timer hits 0, and I'm going to go to the yellow platform that's slightly larger, like so. So I jump off the edge. We notice that there's a yellow platform sticking out on the bottom, and that's where I'm going to land. So what you want to do here, when you get to this platform specifically, is you want to run along the edge, but leave a path so that you can then run it afterwards. So basically, it's going to end up being in like a spiral, pattern. So you're going to be running along the edge, but not getting rid of the edge tiles. So again, continue running. Creating a spiral-like pattern. So when you see another guy jump down, which will eventually happen, you just want to cut him off as quickly as possible. So I see that guy, he's most likely going to cut to the right, so I'm going to go on the platform that's in front of him where he wants to go, so that he can't go there anymore. So he will have to force to just drop down to the blue below me. As you probably heard him fall just now. And I should probably cut out the music. Yeah, I should have cut out that sound. I probably messed up with the entire video just now. But it's all good. I shut it off now. So as you can see, I'm pretty sure most people have now fallen through. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 people above me still. So the technique to stay on the platform for as long as possible is to go one by one, and then as the specific, what do you call it? Like the singular hexagon platform below you starts blinking for the first time, that's when you want to jump. So I actually jumped too early there just now. I should have waited for it to blink like there. Once you see it blink the first time, that's when you jump. And that's how you waste as much time as possible in order to stay on your current platform. So I'm jumping too early right now. I should be waiting like a half a second longer to get the most out of these platforms. Yeah, I'm definitely jumping too quick. That's something I learned a little later on after I made this clip, is that you can stay on a little bit longer when it starts to blink. So yeah, I'm definitely jumping too early. Could be waiting a little bit longer, but it's all good. So probably gonna jump there to there. So I'm going too fast, as I said. You don't want to be going as fast as this. You can definitely waste a little more time. So there's one guy. So I see that he's about to cut me off. So I immediately just darted. And so another thing, when you start to run out, you always want to keep in mind what is below you. So in this exact frame, what I want to do is get to those blue tiles below me. And so I know that in order to do that, I got to pretty much finish out the yellow tile and then jump down. And hopefully that's exactly what I do. And it looks like that's what I want to do. And I'm going to jump down onto the blue and waste as much time as possible. And I could be wasting more time, but I'm not waiting long enough on these tiles. So again, I gotta keep in mind what's below me, but I got a lot of purple below me, so it's all good. I could basically drop down anywhere I want. So now I'm gonna drop the purple. I have a lot of purple tiles, so I definitely have an advantage over anybody else who's below me. So I pretty much have it in the bag at this point. I don't know who's alive. I think he's on the blue. Yeah, there he is. He's on the blue. That's the last guy, so I could see that he's about to run out of tiles, so I'm going to win it any second. And that's his last tile, and then he's going to fall, and then that's the game. So there you go. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. You see that yellow tile? That's larger than all the others, so you want to drop down there first. Right off the start. I'm going to do that again right here. Right to the yellow platform. One guy jumped down with me, so he might know the strat, or he's just clumsy. So I see that guy's there, so I'm going to try to cut him off. Same with that guy, try to cut him off. Alright, so now I'm just chilling. Again, at this point you want to keep in mind what's below you. So I wanted to cut that guy off because I saw he was going to cut me off. Alright, so I still got a little bit of yellow tiles left. I should be able to jump to each one from here, go around. There's still a couple people left on blue. Alright, so it looks like there's nobody else on blue anymore. So what I should do right now is I should jump down to blue instead of continuing on yellow. But it looks like I'm going to continue on yellow anyways. I'm hoping that I jump down to that blue. Or I do that. Okay. I didn't even know I did that. That's good too. As long as we make it to this blue platform right here. And that was it. That was a fast round. So everybody else died pretty early. And so, and all these actually 3 clips are all back to back. So I actually have won Hex-a-gone 3 consecutive times in a row by doing the exact same technique in all 3. So it clearly works. So once again, drop down all the way to the yellow. Alright, so we're closing in. So one key note about what I just did. So you can only... Alright, so when tiles, let's say that's about approximately... When tiles are approximately 3 spaces across from you, that's basically the largest distance that your character can jump to. Anything longer than that, you're not going to make it. And you're going to have to dive if they're 3 away. And one thing to keep in mind is you want to stay away from doing this as much as possible. because it's not guaranteed that your guy will get up fast enough to then jump to the next tile. Fortunately, I was able to get up fast enough there, and it definitely helped a lot. Like right there, I was not able to get up fast enough to jump again, so I ended up falling, but it's okay because there was blue tiles below me. So it looks like I'm waiting slightly longer now. It doesn't matter, and the round's over. So there you go. Literally, effortless wins 3 times in a row. So make sure to like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys will get yourself crowns now, and I'll see you all in the next video.